Hello everybody. This time of the year is always busy for me. Lots of people want to be seen before Christmas so that they can plan to have surgery in the new year. The cold, damp weather isn't good for people with arthritis, so it's not surprising that the phones are busy. Talking of cold, damp weather, there are lots of viruses in the community at the moment. Respiratory syncytial virus, flu and of course COVID are all prevalent at the moment, and they're having a big impact on hospitals, not just because of patients but because of staff sickness as well. Norovirus, the vomiting virus, is also causing trouble. A lot of elective or planned surgery has been cancelled because of these viruses and infections. Every winter it's the same, but it does seem to be particularly bad at the moment. As you can hear from my voice, I haven't escaped it. Most of the time though, the symptoms are over and done with within a couple of weeks, but I know of several people who've had more than one infection. So how can you avoid catching a cold or even worse? Well, here's some advice from the UK Health Security Agency. They say that anyone who is eligible for a vaccine should have one. There are vaccines against RSV, flu and COVID. Wash your hands regularly to stop the spread of viruses. If you've got symptoms, it's probably best if you avoid close contact with other people. Catch coughs and sneezes in a tissue, and if you've had vomiting or diarrhoea, stay away from work until 48 hours after the symptoms are stopped. Antibiotics don't really help, so take over-the-counter medications like paracetamol and cold remedies. Drink plenty of fluids and stay warm. It's all common sense really, and for most people they'll be back on their feet again within a few weeks. What happens though if you're waiting for surgery and you develop an infection? Well, during the COVID pandemic, the advice was to wait for at least 7 weeks after the infection before having surgery. This was because there was an increased risk of serious complications, and really we didn't know what we were dealing with. What about now? As far as I'm aware, it's safe to proceed to surgery as long as you have made a full recovery and you don't have any symptoms. Obviously, if you have other underlying medical conditions, we'd have to take these into account and discuss with you the specific risks of going ahead. Sometimes though, it might just be better to wait another few weeks until you're fully better. So all it remains for me to say is to all my followers, old and new, I wish you all a very happy and peaceful Christmas. I know that there are very many of you out there who find it difficult to get the care that you need, and this is always a difficult time of the year if you're struggling with pain and poor mobility. I hope you found my videos useful. Thank you for all of your comments and questions. I really do appreciate them. See you all in 2025.